In this video, I'll open up my treasure chest of manifestations and share with you my most biggest, craziest success stories so you can see that manifestation is real and you can manifest what you want. The past me would have never believed that I could get to where I am now because I started off in a horrible place, even worse than most people, before I found manifestation. My mental health was in the gutter. I was constantly consumed by self-hatred and just fear and negativity. I constantly attracted negative circumstances in my life. Bad luck was a magnet to me. And I turned all of that around. I'm living my best life. I have so many wonderful manifestations. And I know that you can change too. So I hope this video gives you encouragement and inspiration. And I also just want to mention real quick that you're always constantly manifesting the things in your reality. These are things which I've just consciously, with intent, manifested. So let's get right into the first biggest manifestation of mine. My first success story is how I manifested from being someone that was constantly attracting bad luck, negative situations, toxic circumstances, and just living a life in the gutters to someone that is now constantly attracting good luck and good blessings on autopilot. When I was younger, I was very, very happy. I was living a good life. It was amazing. Life is going well. But then, snap, the universe sent me a situation where everything fell out of my face and everything just crashed apart. And that was moving to a different country. And this country was totally new. I didn't know the culture. I didn't know the people. And that led to me just going into a deep, deep, deep hole of anxiety, fear, shame, and just so many negative emotions. I felt isolated from school. People didn't really want to talk to me. I was picked on. And I felt isolated from my family. I felt like I was the only person in the world, and I was just so alone. And I was left to deal with my misery all on my own. I didn't even know it at that time. But I was constantly attracting negative situations, manifesting negative situations over and over and over again. Majority of my day was filled with shame. I felt so much shame for myself. I felt like I was unlovable. I hated myself. I hated my life. And during that time period, nearly every single day, when my head hit the pillow and I was exhausted from the horrible life I was living, I would cry myself to sleep. Then I discovered manifestation and started practicing it. And during the first stages of manifestation, I went through the so-called resistance phase. And this is when your brain is resisting the new positive beliefs that you're trying to shift towards and trying to become a more positive person with a more positive identity that will manifest the life that you want. And my brain was so used to years and years and years of trauma, of anxiety, of all of these mentally negative burdens on me, that the prospect of new positive beliefs was just so foreign that my brain craved comfort over that. So I overcame that phase and my life completely transformed. I became confident, secure, and I deeply, deeply love myself. And because of that, other people saw it too. I went back to school, and school was where I was very, very anxious and traumatized because I felt so isolated from other people. Other people didn't really like me, and I didn't like them. And I went back to school, but everything was different. Because I changed, people started to treat me differently. Because I love myself, it just felt like I was attracting good luck on autopilot. When in the past, I had negative situations shoved down my throat, Now I had positive situations just wrapping me, attracted to me. I was a magnet for positivity and good luck. It felt like everything just worked out in my favor. In school, whatever happened, in life, everything just worked out in my favor. I used to feel isolated from my family and my friends, but now I just attracted amazing friendships, mended my bond with my family, and life just kept getting better and better. And that's honestly how your life should be. You're not living to your fullest potential, and you're not living authentically if you're constantly stressed and anxious every single day. Because that is not the norm. You're not supposed to be constantly stressed and anxious. I don't care what other people told you. I don't care how other people are living. But it's not normal to constantly be in a state of stress and distress. I was told that, oh, this is normal. Stress is normal. A little bit of stress is normal. And I couldn't get the help that I needed because I thought it was okay. I thought it was normal. Other people were going through this. But no, it is not normal. You can change and get a better life and live happier. I am just so grateful for my life right now. And I'm so grateful for manifestation. That helped me transform myself from a person that was just devoid of hope to a person that's now brimming with life and excited to live. And it got so amazing. My life got so amazing to the point where other people would tell me that they were jealous of me because of how amazing and fun my life was and how perfect it was. And this honestly shook me a lot because in the past, when I was in that negative gutter, I used to be the one that was jealous of other people. I used to be the one that was just so envious of other people. Like, why do they get a good life? Why can't I get a good life? Why does fate make me live such a horrible life? What about them? I was in a worse place than most people when I found manifestation. And if I can get myself out of that gutter, then you can too. And that's what I'm here to help you with and teach you how you can do that. Because manifestation, it sounds daunting, it sounds big, and it sounds really, really like vague. But let me tell you, there's a clear process for manifestation, and you can get to the life that you want. You can become the person that you want. You got this. You got this. And if you want to learn more about how you can truly understand manifestation and rewire your mindset and change your actions, your habits to align with the reality that you want, check out my Mindset and Habits Masterclass. First link in the description in my school community. I changed my inner world first, and then my outer world followed. I used to pray for a miracle, that something would change. But I didn't realize that I was the miracle and I could change myself to change my life. And that's how it works. You can't pray for a miracle, something outer will change, and then rescue you from your troubles, rescue you from the life that you're living. Once you change, once you become your own miracle, then your life will transform. And it's so empowering because you have the power right now. You have the power right now to create the life that you want. All right, I talked a lot about that story. Now let's get into my second success story, which is manifesting travel to my desired country. As I mentioned before, I traveled to a completely different country when I was younger, and that's what really turned my life into shambles and triggered the crap out of me. Now, back when I was still living there, I was consciously trying to get to my new country. But this was not when I learned about manifestation. This was before. I was constantly trying and looking for opportunities to go back to my old country, to go back to the life that I really, really wanted to live because I blamed everything on the country I was living in. I blamed everything on, like, just the country I was living in for my bad luck and my bad circumstances. And none of it worked. I was consciously just trying, super desperate, super duper desperate to the point where years and years and years passed by, but nothing happened. I was still living there, still in this old country, miserable out of my mind. And then I found manifestation and consciously started to implement it and consciously started to manifest traveling there. And this was completely different. In the past, I was in a constant state of fear and desperation and anxiety. But now my state was just so fulfilled, happy, and secure. Because I did the work, because I did all the identity shifting stuff, I ended up becoming someone that was just so confident and happy and secure. So I was just happy wherever I went. And then, while I was manifesting, I reached a point where I was like, you know what? I might never ever move. I might never ever move to the country that I want to go to. And that is okay. The past me would have freaked out. The past me would have thought, if I don't go there, I can never be happy. I can never be fulfilled. I can't truly live my life. And if I don't go there, everything's doomed. There's no point in living. That's what my past me would have believed and would have thought. But the new me, the new conscious, upgraded version of me that knows about manifestation, I knew that detachment was so important. Detaching from your desires. Honestly, not depending on your desires for happiness to fulfill you, to fill a void within you, was the secret to how you can manifest what you want. It's a key in manifesting what you want. So I ended up just giving up on my desire. I was like, I don't need it to make me happy. I have myself, I have my family, I have my wonderful life that I've created right in front of me, and I am not needy or desperate to go there anymore, and it's okay if I stay here. And I kid you not, 3 days later, I ended up getting an email, a notification that I would be able to travel to my desired country. And wow, the synchronicity is incredible. The universe is incredible. Our world works in such a mysterious way. Right after I had that realization, and in the past I tried for years and years and years to move there. But right after I had that realization, 3 days later, I got a notification that I would be able to move. And now I am currently living and staying in my desired country. I also had to take a bunch of inspired action after that. Inspired action, which is basically you aligning with your manifestation mentally, and then you'll naturally start to take action intuitively to make it happen in the external 3D world. So I started to fill out a bunch of visa forms, get a bunch of documents ready, because I knew I had to do that work because I was intuitively guided towards it. And it all worked out. It all worked out. Now I'm living here, and manifestation is real. It's incredible. Honestly, a huge part of manifestation is just you growing and becoming an upgraded, better version of yourself that's more connected to love, that's more free, that's more just the best version of you. Because when I was manifesting traveling to my desired country, it wasn't like I just immediately got that manifestation being the person that I was at that time. I had to grow. I had to change myself. I had to change my beliefs. I had to change my lifestyle. I needed to change my routine and my actions. My life had to, first, I had to completely transform and become the person who is worthy and who is aligned with that desire. Then only it will manifest. And I believe you're growing and becoming such a better person when you are in the process of manifesting and getting to your desire. You need to spiritually grow. You need to challenge your beliefs. You need to truly, truly love yourself. Truly love yourself. and the person that you are unconditionally. And that is just so much spiritual mental growth, which I love because it makes you happier, it makes you a better person for the world, it makes you just more free. Now I blabbered a lot with that. Now let's get into my third success story. My third success story was back when I was still in school and back when I was in like the early stages of learning how to manifest. I really desired to get the best grades academically in my entire school so I would win this award. And that's what I did. I got it. I manifested it. I got the best grades into my entire school. I got trophies. I got awards. I got certificates. I even have a picture of me at my award ceremony. And this manifestation was first, it started when I was a terrible, like, average student, honestly. I didn't get the best grades. My focus was completely messed up. I was just stressed over studying. And my school really prioritized grades a lot, so it just made me so anxious and made me slack off. So I didn't get the best grades. And once I started to consciously start to manifest, I naturally started to change my beliefs and shift everything. So I took the right actions, which led me to getting the best grades. I figured out the best way to study. I experienced failures along the way too. Like on the practice tests, I got like terrible grades while I was still like in the process of manifesting. And I learned a really valuable lesson, which was that you have to take your self-worth out of your desire so you can truly detach and manifest that desire properly. I used to put my self-worth onto my grades, which led me to just be so stressed and anxious and awful and afraid, which led me to getting terrible grades because on the test I did just so badly because of my mental, what's it called? My mental distraction. But once I did fail, once I did fail a test, in the past I would have just spiraled and reaffirmed my negative beliefs and thought that I was a terrible person again and I'll never get good grades. But by taking my self-worth out of those grades, I was able to look at a failure in the eye and be like, you know what, whatever, it's okay, I'll learn from it. I know I'm amazing, I know I'm worth it, I know I'm awesome. I don't need grades to define my worth. And that's what I want you to really ingrain in you too. When you're manifesting a desire, you have to take your self-worth out of it so you can finally detach and not be triggered by that situation and go back to your old negative beliefs. I got that down. I nailed that part. And now I was also intuitively acting in ways that aligned with my desire. First off, I was disciplined. I was studying consistently, and that habit aligned with my goal. This is another important part of manifestation. So you need to get your mindset in check. You need to get your beliefs and what you think about yourself, your self-worth, your identity in check. And you also have to get your actions and habits in check as well. So I had the mindset part down. And now I was disciplining myself to study consistently every single day and be focused. Instead of scrolling on my phone or doing an activity that wouldn't help me. I was disciplining myself a lot and being very consistent with my actions because I knew that studying was the action that will help me get good grades. And intuitively, I studied the right things. I just understood the right concepts. I found the right study methods because of my beliefs, and the universe just led me to those opportunities where I could just study better. So I went into the exam room on the final day of the national exam when the grades would matter the most. And I wrote the exam with a smile on my face. Afterwards, I walked with my friends. I was chatting with them. I was happy and I was grateful for where I was. And then summer vacation rolled around. And during summer vacation, I was just sitting there relaxing with family and chatting with them in the evening. and suddenly a notification popped up on my phone. It was a text from my friend. So I grabbed it, I opened it, and it was a text telling me, "Congratulations, you got the best grades in our entire school and you got an award." So, yes, that was my third biggest manifestation. And now let's get into the fourth manifestation story I have for you. And this was social success and incredible relationships and friendships. In the past, I felt so alone. I felt like I couldn't really connect with anyone, and it was just so isolating and awful for me. I didn't feel like people respected me. I didn't even feel like they wanted to be friends with me or wanted to talk to me. And it just led me into this awful spiral of self hatred, loathing, and I had a huge tendency to people please as well, because I was afraid people wouldn't like me for my authentic self. Then I started to change all of that around with manifestation. Now I have incredible relationships and friendships in my life. I feel so grateful and loved and happy. My bond with my family has gotten so much better, and I've just consciously manifested so many friends exactly how I wanted them to be. Like, I literally wrote down a list of the qualities in a friend that I wanted, and then I eventually manifested that friend into my life. It's just really nice because they respect me so much, they love me so much, and they truly care for me. When in the past, even when I was around people that I called friends, I didn't even feel like they truly loved me. And I have a secret that'll help you manifest the relationships that you want so much better. And the first secret is to learn how to express yourself authentically, to shed away that people pleaser mask. And that is the process of you learning to truly love yourself. Learning to truly love your own company and enjoy your own company to the point where you're fine being alone. A lot of people, when they're manifesting relationships, they want it to fill a void within them. They want it to give them something that they crave that they're not giving themselves. So you first give that feeling to yourself, and then that's when that relationship that you want, that friendship you want, will manifest and magnetize to you. And this happened so many times in my life. When I was desperate for a friend to fill a void within me, fill that void of loneliness, most of the time they would be repelled. But when I was secure and confident and happy being alone and happy being in my own company with myself, that's when I magnetized and attracted the right people to me that were healthy and treated me well. When you respect yourself, when you take care of yourself and you have boundaries, other people will respect you and respect your boundaries and take care of you well. This also comes into play with protecting yourself. You can't let everyone into your circle. You can't let just anyone into your circle. They have to be truly what you want. They should truly take care of you. And in the process of me manifesting the relationships and friendships I have now, I had to say no to people and I had to separate myself from other people. If I met someone that was super incredible and amazing, but they didn't treat me right, and I would have loved to be friends with them, but they still didn't treat me right, the past me would have just went up to them and tried to suck up to them and be nice to them anyways, even if they didn't treat me right. But the new me, the new version of me, knew that it was not what will get me to my manifestation, and I had to say no, even if it was tempting, even if it would have been exciting for the old me. And I had to put in boundaries as well with other people. If I didn't like someone, I would let them go. I would try to ignore them and try to avoid them. When in the past, I was afraid of making people dislike me, So I would just let everyone into my circle and be nice to everyone, even if I didn't want to actually be nice to them, even if they were rude to me. So, yes, I am so grateful for the amazing friendships and relationships that I have in my life, where people truly love, cherish, and take care of me. And the relationship with my family also has mended so much. The more I learn about manifestation, the more I become the person that's better, the more I become a person that's happier, and more I manifest my desires. My relationship with my family just automatically improved. I didn't even consciously manifest that. I was manifesting relationships consciously, but it just like automatically improved because of the way that I was just becoming and the person I was growing into. Now, my last manifestation success story in this video is how much of a change I experienced in my physical appearance with manifestation. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I had terrible style and I hardly took care of the way I looked. Oh my god. Literally, I had terrible style. And when I was consciously manifesting beauty and looking good and having a nice appearance, I just stumbled across the best outfits. I just stumbled across the color tones that would suit my skin the best. I stumbled across all of these things just naturally. And even though I don't really dress up that much in my videos, like I dress up a lot in real life. Like in real life, I make sure to dress up well and wear really nice clothes. In my videos, I like to keep it more like low key and nice. And most of my outfits wouldn't be able to be visible on screen anyway, so yes. And I honestly, aside from style, like aside from me manifesting an incredible style for myself that I truly like and manifesting clothes, like just finding random clothes that suit me and wearing them, I honestly truly believe that you can change your physical appearance just with your thoughts. You can literally change your hormones. You can control your hormones. You can control your bone structure. And if you truly believe in it, if you truly believe and see yourself as the person that you want to be and truly believe that you're beautiful and you truly believe that you're attractive, you are going to, first of all, naturally, your body is going to produce different hormones and different signals in your brain that will lead to physical change. And second of all, you will intuitively stumble across opportunities sent to you by the universe that you can act on that will make you more beautiful. Like, for example, when I was manifesting physical beauty, the universe sent me like a bunch of hair care videos on YouTube. And I didn't even realize that my hair was awful back then. Like, I didn't even realize that. But then I just got curious and I was like, okay, I'll just click on this. And I started to get into hair care. And then I started to have silky, smooth, amazing hair, which you can't really see because it's in a bun. But trust me when I say this, my hair is so much better than it used to be. I remember, like, I would have family members come up to me and be like, your hair is so greasy, you should fix it. And then I would be like, no, it's not greasy. So then later on, the universe just sent me a video, and I was like, I realized at that time, since I was manifesting, I was like, okay, my hair is greasy. So I started to change it, and that's how it changes. And another example would be how the universe sent me the right skincare routines. Okay, so I used to believe that skincare was all about finding the right products, and I didn't even realize that I had to fix my gut issues. So I stumbled across courses and videos and books talking about how to heal your gut, how to truly take care of your appearance so your skin can glow and your body will be nice. And that's what I did. That's what I did as well. And an example of how I just used my brain to manifest physical change was growing longer eyelashes. And that's what happened. I started to see them grow a lot more. and a lot more faster, and now they're more thick and I love them. When in the past they would just keep falling out and look ugly. And this wasn't with any product like castor oil or anything. I would literally just curl my lashes, and then just like a couple of days ago I noticed how long and luscious they were. So these are a couple of my manifestation success stories that I wanted to share with you today. I hope you liked it. I hope you can learn from my manifestation process. Thank you for watching. Bye.